The Avitage structured content publishing program begins by elevating planning, typically the first step in any content project, to a universal program level. This means a content strategy is created in alignment with and support of the organization's go-to-market, sales, and marketing strategies. Then, support elements that apply to every content project are defined and documented. These include core topics or issues, audience segments, personas or buyer roles, buyer high-level problems and the underlying causes of those problems, as well as problem symptoms and the impact or cost of those problems. Customer questions and information requirements are identified and documented. Customer buying stages are mapped out, and associated conversations and content requirements for each stage are defined. Message maps are developed to identify primary themes, storylines, a point of view, value points, message phrases, and key words. These are typically documented in specific templates. We create content frameworks to organize the salient elements in ways that better support content creators, as well as marketers who must plan and execute campaigns. This is a fair amount of work, but it is essential to achieving the optimization promise of the publishing approach. Think of it this way. If you decided at the last minute to go away for the weekend, you would conduct one level of planning and packing. But if you were planning an 8-week dream excursion, you would spend months, perhaps years, in careful research, planning, and documentation, so not to miss anything important or encounter unintended consequences, especially of a financial nature. You are embarking on a major excursion to create long-term content assets that will directly impact revenue as well as productivity in many areas of your business. Plan wisely. Plan. For each content project or event, planning is often a harried and weak part of the project. With this publishing approach, project-specific planning is simplified. Huge time savings are realized. The universal planning that is documented in key templates or the content framework are leveraged. This reduces the time, effort, and variability of deciding these core elements in every project. Leverage thinking creates a new mindset and opens new possibilities. The best content extensions are selected for each project, and everyone understands the need to create reusable assets throughout the project. Messaging decisions are greatly simplified. Most important, preparation for the next and important acquisition stage is a simple selection process to develop interview guides that are appropriate for each situation and subject expert being interviewed. Acquire. This is a key step in the publishing process. Acquisition is important for any project. This approach broadens acquisition. With marginal time, effort, and cost, additional valuable input is easily acquired, simply as a result of the well-planned and documented process. Input from subject experts are recorded in audio or video. This is transcribed and edited into what we call content source. This source document should be tagged with the topics, issues, segments, personas, and other variables explained earlier, and documented in content frameworks. In addition, we recommend tagging stories, quotations, or metrics. Think of how someone would want to find source content elements for new projects. Transcripts also make it easy to find and extract desired audio or video elements from the acquisition source. And this step also reminds us to acquire supporting documents, data, images, video, stories, and so forth, as well as curated third-party articles. Create. This step involves creating finished content. But in this process, we are also mindful of creating modular elements that are evergreen to minimize maintenance and easy to reassemble without distorting meaning or flow. As a rule, we recommend 2 core assets be created as content extensions, in addition to the primary project. These are blog posts and video vignettes. So whether the project is a short-form article or longer-form white paper or webinar, blogs and videos should be natural extensions. This process makes the effort of this work considerably easier than creating blogs or videos without this background. Manage. The next big idea of the publishing process is to manage source content and source digital assets, graphics, images, video, as well as modular elements. This is often referred to as digital asset management. But we must also make it easy for all content creation constituents throughout your ecosystem, in training, marketing, product groups, sales and channel partners, for example, to share, access, assemble, and reuse this material in new programs. This operational effort isn't sexy, but it is key to the leverage element of optimization objectives. It also reduces time, cost, and effort of new content. Over time, it will produce a huge asset that will continuously improve content quality while reducing the time and effort to create new content. It will eliminate research and search time as well as redundant creation. It makes the process much easier for your new producers. Finally, finished programs should be added to a content inventory document, regardless of how you physically manage the content. Deploy. Finished content must be deployed through all channels, online and offline, traditional, digital, and social. Constantly think syndication, which is the distribution through third-party outlets of content you create. Assemble and deliver. Since content creation has moved from the providence of a small central group to a large, broadly dispersed group of creators, final assembly and delivery performed by these people results in more relevant, personalized programs in buyer-preferred formats. Track and measure everything. There is a saying you know well: "Give me a fish, I eat for today." You can think of this in the context of content, leads, or referrals. Teach me to fish, I eat for the rest of my life. Avitage asks, yes, but who's going to stock the pond? Content is the fuel that drives sales and marketing success with today's on-demand buyers. Someone must constantly focus on stocking the pond. If you are wrestling with similar marketing and selling challenges, we would welcome a short introductory conversation.